Page 129, October 30th, 1853. Dear Austin, I am writing you from the hay loft of our barn. I've been back in Sudbury for almost a month. Maybe by now you've gotten my letters from the Underground Railroad, which I sent when I came home. Miss Amelia was so glad to see me safe and sound, she didn't mention any chicken plucking punishments until the day after I returned. I've been coming up to the loft after school to work on a new walking stick for Reuben. Pawson comes up when he can, but it's not the same with Jupiter gone. He and Winston left for Canada 2 days after we got back. The preacher took them as far as New York State in his wagon. The most likely will never return, and I doubt that we shall ever meet again. Neither Jupiter nor his pa can read or write, never having been allowed to learn, so I don't expect a letter. There wasn't much of a goodbye. Miss Amelia says their hearts were too broken with losing Darcy. Everything is so different with them gone. I'm different too, I guess. I can't pluck a chicken without sticking a feather behind my ear for luck. I can't look at the widow's summer kitchen without hoping to hear a song. I can't listen to the hoot of a barn owl at twilight without pausing to wonder. How are they all? How bitter cold is it way up in Canada? How puni- how punishing is the heat down south? Why is it that this has had to happen? How will their hearts ever mend? How will it ever end? Miss Amelia has decided to come out with me to Oregon come spring. She said she had to keep her promise to Pa to look out for us, and that she considering my disposition for poking my nose into troublesome places, she'd best keep an eye on me as I travel across the country. She is planning to return eventually to continue her work with Preacher Tully. Personally, I think Miss Amelia just wants to meet face to face the man whose recipe for gooseberry pie won her first place at the church social. So tell Reuben to look out for us. Miss Amelia is already fixing to make me a new set of clothing for the trip, as I've outgrown most of my breeches. I suppose I outgrew a lot of things this summer, and you might not even recognize me when I get off the wagon train. Just like Miss Amelia predicted, I've outgrown my fits. I was hoping that I'd outgrow being afraid, but I don't hope for that anymore. There's a lot to be afraid of in this world, Austin. I found that out this summer. But as much evil as there is out there, there's goodness too. Enough goodness to steady you and to keep the hiccups away, I guess. Even my dreams are different now. I don't have such bad nightmares anymore the way I used to. Each night as I lie in bed with my eyes closed, I call up the memory of a wagon heading north. Winston is at the reins with the preacher beside him. Jupiter and Whistle are sitting behind them. Whistle is the only one looking back. There isn't much baggage, just one basket, one trunk, and one little hickory stick poking up from between them, holding the likes of a small bird. Lately, I've been dreaming about that little wooden nightling. I see its stiff feathered wings begin to flutter. I hear the soft, sad song it starts to sing, and I hear my own voice whisper, "Be still on my heart, be still." Your brother, Levi. 20 years later, May 16th, 1873. Dear Mr. Levi Ivis, I am writing to you in hopes that you will be able to help me locate my father, Winston Hale, and my brother, Jupiter John Hale. I have written to the Helpful family of Sudbury, Pennsylvania, but all my letters have gone unanswered. I fear they are either dead or they have moved away. I have also written to Miss Amelia Cole, only to learn that she passed away in '71, and I have finally found you, my last hope. I doubt that you would remember me, it being 20 years since I lived in Sudbury, but I pray that you might remember my brother and father. They lived and worked for Sears Heppel. My father was a Negro man with scars along the side of his face. My brother Jupiter was mute. I have not seen or heard from either of them these last 20 years, and do not know if they are still alive. I would be most grateful if you could give me any information on their whereabouts, as I am anxious to find them. I am living in the state of Alabama with my husband and 3 children. I have included my address on the separate paper. If I may be so bold to tell you, Mr. Ives, while you probably have little memory of me, I remember you and your Miss Amelia quite well. I was sorry to hear of her passing. What I remember most is your friendship with my brother, and I must call upon the friendship now to aid my cause. If Jupiter is alive and you know where his whereabouts, please write to me, or send word to him that his sister Darcy is hoping to find him. Yours truly, Darcy Mellon.